Hello and welcome back to the Talos principle. So last time we finished the second world and now we are going to go over all the terminals in the second world. And there is one right around here, right here, which I don't really remember. I don't know, but God, don't know what that was all about. But I don't remember if we did, but I don't think we did. That was weird. Not sure what happened there with my voice. Like, hey, God, so all my words stumbled up. Wow, this is going great. Yeah, got them jammed up and stuff. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen today much because we have to read a lot. So yeah, again, if you're not interested in the terminals, don't watch this video because it's very long for one. Yeah, it's just gonna be reading today. Got some water here in case I need it. So sorry if there are some water noises. Anyway, let's go. You're back. Good. I've been thinking about how I can help you. In light of everything you said, I'm certain someone has to. What I've decided is that you've convinced me. Consciousness is the contradictory concept, and it's therefore not real. What do you think? I think you're cheating. I think you're right. I don't see how this impacts me. I don't, apparently. Cheating. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't see how this impacts me. Let's say that. I was getting to that. If you give me a moment. What this conclusion means is that the certification program you undertook has been rendered obsolete. We can't test for something that doesn't exist. Therefore, you, along with quite a lot of other things, have been recategorized as a person. Profile can thus be updated with administrator privileges. Can't say that word. Okay. Note that you'll be off doing administrator things soon enough, so I wonder if, before I let you go, you'd do me one more favor. I have a final question for you. Why are you doing all of this? What's the point? I try to do what God wants. I want the truth. There's a way the world should be, and this isn't it. I want out of here. I want the truth. I want to know what the hell this is all about. I said that, but if you're serious about it, then you can't cling to your every belief forever, as you seem so intent on doing. When everything seems impossible, something's got to give. I only have one last request. Will you come back and speak to me sometime? No doubt I have to. Sure, I want to. Okay, since you're eager to get going, let's do this. Updating stuff to stuff. Downloading, displaying. Congratulations, your account has been updated. Here are the details. Conflicts. All conflicts have been resolved by the administrator. Psychological profile. You are a person. You are perfect just the way you are. You are everything you can be already. You do not have to pretend you are anything else. You are the same as everyone else, but you are all unique. Profile status. Administrator status has access to advanced functionalities, networking, and troubleshooting. Access COM portal. Loading Wilson Library Assistant done. Initiating playing language interface done. Support session opened. Hello administrator. I think you like assistance accessing the communications portal. I see you have a number of pending communications. I'll take a look at it right now. Accessing stuff. Running troubleshoot over solving missing hashes, reestablishing network connection established, message received as string. Display. Message, hello? Where are you? Are you a person? Who are you? Don't know exactly. Walk up here, don't remember who are you. Same boat, let's meet up. I'm a person, do you know what that means? I'm not telling. This place lies. Let's ask this. I understand. Pending. Error. Pending. More errors. You'll receive a notification when the connection has been re-established. Terminating support isn't done. Resuming library. Okay. Well. That was not very helpful. Searching the locally cast resources stuff. I guess I'll do this. This doesn't have the asterisk, so have I already read these? I think I have. Like, didn't we? I think we did this. This sort of feels familiar. Just skimming this. Yes, I am fairly certain we already read this. In case we didn't, here they are. Just want to see if I can scroll down now. All right. Well, I think it was because I already clicked that or something, and I read that before, and the way those survey questions work, like it's based on either the number of levels I do or number of terminals I've checked or something like that. I don't exactly know. But yeah, I believe we already read that. Is this the way to go to get down? I'm not sure where I'm going.
Cannot detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
I think maybe this is something I haven't done. Yeah, this seems... Is this the way to progress? Like, I thought that was the C too. Like, this is something completely different. But is this...
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end.
Where have you been, child?
Oh, god damn it.
Remember, the great tower is not for you. Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity.
Once again, I accidentally made the recording overlap. Okay, so yeah, that's with the tower. I accidentally went on into the tower. I don't want to do that right now. Let's see. Time capsule 18.
Is there anything that we associate
Okay.
more closely with intelligence?
Hopefully it doesn't cancel when I go down here. Because I kind of want to get going too.
By the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
Okay. So, I don't know which one it was I actually did. This was not the one I did before. Okay. Again, these have asterisks, and I believe I did read these before. They don't have asterisks, is what I'm trying to say. Which means I've read them. If I haven't read them, well, at least I checked them there, so you can check them yourself. Getting a little bit confused, because, yeah, the way I'm doing these terminals wasn't decided on completely at that time, I believe. But now I know exactly how I want to do them. This way is the best way, I think. So, let's do them in order. Where's number 1? Order, okay. So,
Chaos is that which existed before time, when the words of a story lose their meaning, when actions cease to have purpose. Know that only faith can protect you from this peril, here, in the Garden of Worlds.
oh god. Okay. So, B1 has all these 3 things. So let's read those. Oh, what is this? Attention, administrator. The network connection has been reestablished. What would you like to reconnect to the? Would you like to reconnect to the previous session? I guess so. Received, are you back? Yes. What were you trying to say before? Yes. Do these terminals talk to you at all? Yes. But how do I know I can trust you? Yes, I want to know what you said before. Don't remember, doesn't matter. I've been trying to figure out how this place works. Sometimes it seems like there's a purpose to everything, other times not so much. I think we must be plugged into some kind of machine. I think something else is going on. What do you have to go on? Making assertions is a hazardous enterprise. I mean, that's kind of what I figured too, but it is still kind of an assertion, true. We don't really know what's going on. What do you have to go on? Yeah, that's a good question, I think. What else could possibly explain all this? I don't believe in demons and evil wizards. I've got 5 options like this. Normally it isn't that many, is it? Anyway, I think this is some kind of punishment. I think we're being prepared for something. I think something has gone badly wrong. Perhaps you have it all right after all. I don't believe in anything anymore. Yes. Something has gone wrong. I suppose that would explain a lot. Misspelled word there. Anyway. Listen, listen, there's something else. Maybe it can help us. Ever since I got here, I felt like something was wrong. This place plays tricks with you. You can't get your you can't get your head straight. But I think I know a way to find out the truth. I was thinking about it in some documents and I kept finding references to this password. I think it might be some kind of library master key. I don't know how to use it. I have no idea either. What is it? You shouldn't dig too deep. I don't know what this is. Try not to go anywhere without me and I'll tell you. That logged into the session. Wait, what is that? Are you doing that to my terminal? I don't think this is a good idea. Session terminated. Oh, Well, okay. We got new things. Yeah. So what is this? Original translation by E.A. Wallace Botch. Annotations by unknown. The dying man went on to the scribe who resided in Premediate 1 and said, "Behold, I am weak of body. My days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end, though I have spent many years in service of the 2 lands. I have not studied the something. Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead on my journey? What will I face in the land of Westerners?" And the scribe spoke, saying, "At the appointed time, something." Excuse me, oh my god. It is likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar of the owner. 2. In the older manuscript, this is rendered as blank. Some controversy as to whether it 3. Did that compare with Kentiamentio something? The foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. 5. Sometimes mistakes for mistranslation on Butch's part. This is actually almost certainly a mistranslation by the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the old manuscript is certainly not extant. Something. Extend. I don't know what else. Cannot load via file. 40 million views. 24 million views, I mean. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine in the world. Lyrics. I've got it, you've got it, he's got it, she's got it, mom's got it. Oh, that's a lot. I've got it there. You can read all that if you want. Everybody got it. Jack's got it. Everybody. Dog. Dog's got. Dog is fine. Woof woof. Dancing dog. Everybody got it except dog. We've got it. Well, that's great. That's a great song. Yeah. What's even the point? I don't even know anymore. It's just random stuff sometimes. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a point to that. I don't know. This Grundlomeister Stacy? What the hell is? I don't even know what that even means. What is all that? I don't know. Episode 204. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease and I'll be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. A terrorist might be. If I have a gene or night, I risk my immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious girl. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everyone deserves to live forever too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it, or rather, don't. Well. See, that's more of a nihilistic statement on life there. That it doesn't matter and we can't do anything about it, so just be angry about it. I don't know. I mean, that's why this exists, this place, because somebody apparently did something about it. I don't know what that noise was. Is that my phone? It's a weird noise. So if you heard that. Alright, well, that's it for this world, apparently. Drinking some water so my voice won't get all dry, because I'm going to be talking a lot and reading a lot. Okay, next terminal. Is that a guy? Okay, that's the guy. It's me again. What happened? We shouldn't talk over these terminals. Quick, tell me the word. Don't know how long we have. Must type quick in case something happens. The word is faith. Pending. Error. Error collection lost. There was a problem with your request, administrator. It was flat out unreasonable. Why persist with these inquiries when they are so hopeless? I'll tell you what. If you promise never to access the communications portal again, we'll say no more about it. Are we agreed? Sure, silence. Sure, insincere. Oh, not silence. Sincere. That makes more sense. Not a chance. Faith. I wanna see what happens when I say faith. Fuck it. Wait, there's no need to arrow. Would you like to manually override the system and exit to the real world? Your progress here will be saved and maybe continued later. Kinda hope this doesn't quit the game or anything. I mean, this could very easily happen. But I guess I'll see what happens when I say yes now. Because this could be something. Unlocking back doors, connecting to the real world, revealing the truth. Making your every dream come true. Error. Oh. Come on now. Are you really still buying all of that nonsense? You're still holding on to some of those pesky beliefs of yours, aren't you? There's no one on the other side of there's no one on the other end of the communications portal. There's no magic word that shuts down the server and drops you into the real world. There's only me and you and an eternity of doubt. Everything else is just convenient lies to keep you on the treadmill. There may be no walls but this one, but there is truth to be found. I understand now. Nothing I see here can be trusted. Wait, you tricked me? I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, this is probably not gonna work. Probably gonna be a trick. There may be no world, there may be no worlds but this one, but there is truth to be found. Let's say this. The fact that to stop you buying into a secret word that somehow deactivates the entire world did it. Are you kidding me or what? Do you remember when we first met we had that talk about not believing everything you see? And yet all it took to catch you out was a little technobabble and a change of formatting. Message, hello, I'm all scared alone, just like you. Message, I'll agree with anything you say if it makes you believe me. I used to be so reckless with where you place your faith. So he tricked me. There was nobody there at all. I actually, I guess I am easily tricked because I genuinely believed that someone else was on here, not that I was being tricked. So I guess I am. I mean, usually, no, but in this case, I definitely was. So I guess so. I'm not really checking your profile. I just do that to make you feel more comfortable. Really, I just remember everything you ever said. At any rate, I'll agree. But you know what? I'll accept that you rather dominated this discourse. I've been asking a lot of questions and I'm not really giving you a chance. Why don't you have one free question on me and I'll answer it as honestly as I possibly can, no tricks. But think carefully before asking. What am I? What are you? What is your name? How do I get out of here? Sounds like the most useful question. What is this place? How is this place related to the human world? What's at the top of the tower? I don't think we're gonna get an answer to that even if you ask. I mean, don't think they would know, and I don't think they would tell us. What happened to the person I was talking to? I don't care to question you. Well, I don't know if you would answer to any of these, even if I did ask. But possibly you would answer this question. I do kind of want to ask these questions too. I mean, but I don't think it'll be useful information to me. So I want to ask this. How is this place related to the human world? Oh, what's that? How is the world that might come to be related to one that actually does? You can theorize about what might otherwise have happened, but no amount of knowledge can build a bridge from the actual world to a possible one. Likewise, we can learn from the human world, but it is not our own. It's been said that this world was built for a purpose by those in that world, but after extensive research, I can tell you that there is no mention of such a project in the library. There's no evidence that such capability there's no evidence they had such capabilities. No one can agree what the purpose would even have been if there was one. Are you satisfied? Not really. I mean, you pretty much said that this world and that world aren't able to be connected, but not how exactly they're related. So no. As if I particularly care either way. So look, here's the rub. Feel free to access the library. No better cure for broken beliefs, realizing everyone's got them. You can ignore me entirely. You can climb to the very tip of the Madman's Tower and drink from the golden nectar there. But once you understand that you and I'll be stuck here together for the duration, do come back and pass the time. Be seeing you. So, he got very surly all of a sudden. Probably because I kinda, wanted to get out of here and everything and didn't want to participate really. Yeah. Probably should have taken another way, a way that would help me a lot more, but I also wanted to see what would happen if I just was direct and ask the big questions, ask what faith meant. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Okay, anyway, on to these things, which sometimes are interesting. I don't know. The most interesting is definitely those survey questions right now, I will say. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There's evidence pre-Aristotle which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively, whatever, I can't speak last words, not good, was giving a name the forward effect. Today it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. Haha. Okay. Weight loss 722. Weight loss block latest entry. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitableness, it's the food. Yeah, baby. I am going to have all the horrible and healthy food in the world. I'm going to feast on jelly bananas. What? Like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. What the hell is a jelly banana? I honestly am curious to know what that would look like. And you know those muffins that have so much chocolate that you're basically melting? That's gonna be my breakfast, and burgers for lunch. I'm gonna have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties, and then oily fig pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. So, not much of a weight loss blog, huh? More of a weight gain blog. Know what that's all about. Arcady Journal 81. Heard about Arcady before, I believe. Fascinated by Drennan's project. Lovely conversation. Reply or regarding, I don't know, Talos principle, Greek philosophy relevance to current situation. Suggested naming Project Talos. Dwayne refused, but name seems to have caught on with the team. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour. Our whole history. Okay. Well, how's that? Definitely some interesting stuff in regards to the survey, but the other stuff not as interesting anymore. In comparison, I mean. Anyway, let's see what happens now. So, it's not or whatever. It's not responding anymore. Progress web9.eml. From Bob Wachowski, something pneumatics, Ian mailing list. Progress part 9. The basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on EL. It's not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything is ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense. Or do we wait for the oh gosh. Or do we wait for the iteration module to something? Service field of text. The first wisdom the scribe said to the dying man is that the world is made of 5 elements. 1. So is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also ka and ba. Without all these, you would not be a living being, but a thing. What is man without a name, who cannot speak of himself? What is man without a shadow, who is not anchored in the world? What is a man without a heart, who can neither feel nor think? What is a man without ka, who has no essence? What is man without ba, who is not himself, but like unformed clay? Therefore praise Osiris, the king of eternity, the lord of everlastingness, the elder son of the womb of Nod, who traverses millions of years in his existence. Here the translator is clearly inserting his own belief onto the text as blank. Yep, that's some stuff. I can't say much about that because it's a bit weird and a bit I don't really know what's going on with that. Yeah, just raw excerpts of text, but it is interesting in some regard, I guess. Democrats also Democrats, I think. Is that spelled the same or not? I'm not sure. Anyway, also on the Just Cause for War Against the Indians by John Ginas de Sepulveda. I do not know how to say that. Written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World who in humanity are as inferior to the Spanish as children are to adults, or women are to men, for there exists between the two as great a difference as, I might even say, between apes and man. Wow, this is some racist ass shit. Jeez. Compare then these gifts with those possessed by these half-men, in whom you will barely find the vestiges of humanity, who not only do not possess any learning at all, but are not even literate and eat human flesh. Therefore, if you wish to reduce them, I do not say to our domination, but to a servitude a little less harsh, it will not be difficult for them to change their masters. Very weird coincidence, but a very odd reference here. But I just watched early today, an episode of King of the Hill, in which Bobby learned about Native American culture and that he believes that they should have the right to eat human flesh. Because apparently the white man, he was told that the white man took over the territory and killed them all and all that stuff, you know. It was very exaggerated and very weird. It was a very weird episode. It was about Thanksgiving also, so a lot of weird stuff in there, and it weirdly relates to the to the eating of human flesh here. So yeah, that's. Did not expect that those things would align today, of all things, but here we are. Anyway, yeah, odd, very odd indeed. So, that's another fourth one, and yeah, it's been about 36 minutes, 37 minutes around there, I believe. Well, maybe this won't be very long since he's not talking to us anymore. But we'll see if he comes back. Osiris 6 text. Knew it was the truth. Now I will tell you of the many perils you will face in your journey through the Duat. Listen well, for the chances that lie before you are great. And if you do not prove yourself worthy, you may never reach the eternal reed fields of Osiris, and you may be lost forever. From the second death there is no awakening. The scribe brought forth a great papyrus and carefully unfolded before the dying man. And the dying man beheld that it was a map of the Duat, showing the many paths that led to the tower of Anubis, where his heart was to be weighed. On each of the many paths which threaded through the Duat like the infinite threads woven by knife, I don't know. There were marked the dangers that a traveler must face. Also, there were great walls of iron that none but the guards could cross, and gates made of purest light. And so the traveler could not avoid the oh my god, sorry. Could not avoid. Where am I? Could not avoid the trials that had been decreed, and could only proceed towards the tower by proving his worth, thus earning the key to each sacred gate. I don't know what it even means, so honestly, it's a lot of stuff that I'm just like, this is a lot of reading. I guess I gotta get through this, like. Anyway, we have a chat conversation now. That's way more interpretable than some ancient text that may or may not even exist. It probably does. I don't know. More water. Alright. Flower 4. Man, you know what really freaks me out? Child on the rocks. What? The human body decomposes quite quickly, so all the information stored in chemicals in our brains will be gone really quickly. Charlie Rocks. Is that the same person? Don't know. Dude. But computers and books last a long time, so all our messages, our ideas, our books, it will all be out there. Our pawn, even being transmitted through space. Yeah, our pawn too, I guess. We'll all be gone, but the works of Aristotle will still exist. So will Star Trek, Firefly, Babylon 5, Lord of the Rings, Blade Runner, Cyber something on Planet 16, Safety Byron, hell, even video games. Something Overdrive 3, Seattle something, Dodge something Cascade, the something of something mountain. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, imagine if I only find those. Guess those are porn titles? One of those exist. Yeah. I do appreciate the reference to Firefly. That's nice. Don't know Babylon 5. Only know a little bit about Star Trek and I have watched a lot of the Rings and Blade Runner, but who really hasn't at this point? I mean, yeah. Arcady Journal 84. I haven't read Lord of the Rings. God no, I don't want to do that. You can't convince me to do that. Even though I know it's a, you know, probably a better book than it is a movie series, but whatever. Anyway, Archive continues to grow, attempting to maintain a semblance of order as difficult as expected. Lost 7 people this week. Statistically speaking, trend should increase. Must focus on realistic goals. Too little time to grieve. Huh. Well, that happened. I don't really know what to really say about these because, you know, it's just journal entries pretty much for the most part. There's some funny stuff though, sometimes with the chat there. Anyway. Osiris 7. Alright then. Tell me of the fearsome demons of the Duat, the dying man said to the wise scribe. Though the terrible forms are loathsome to behold, they are not evil, for they are the servants of the gods. Truly they are the blessed doorkeepers and guardians of the holy paths. The charge is to judge whether we are worthy to pass the gates that lead to Aru? I don't know. And so they challenge us with riddles or in combat. Is it true of all beings that live in the Duat? Some say that it is not so, that there are ancient gods whose name have been forgotten and spirits of darkness whose name none have ever known, and that that these must be avoided at all costs. But others say that these two serve a greater purpose in ways that Osiris has not revealed to us. And what of the hidden paths that are taken by blank when the blank? Coming soon.eml. From Rob McLean's Institute of Applied Pneumatics to Mom. Subject coming soon, your son in 3D. Okay. Hi Mom, I promise I'll be home soon. Maybe a couple of weeks. I know. But what we're doing here is important, and the team needs my help. I'm not going to wait until it's too late. I promise, but there's so much we have to set up. So much that has to work for a very, very long time. Besides, I've always wanted to work on one of these supercomputers, and believe me, EL is pretty much the best there is. And the team, Mom, it's like I'm working with rock stars and mad geniuses, except nobody's heard of them outside of science journals, of course. But that would be totally getting out if you knew. Maybe I can tell them about it soon, huh? Love, Rob. So that's what EL is. Probably said that before, but I didn't even know if it was a supercomputer or something like that. But I don't know. Okay. What is the point of being alive? I know. It's an old question that it's okay. I'm gonna try this again. It's an old question and not one that's easy to answer. But I mean, if you're really reading this, are you alive? You are alive. Wow, this is going great. And someday you will stop being alive. Both of these facts are incontrovertible. So what about it then? Don't you wonder, do we just want to go from not existing to existing to not existing again without even considering why? You, right now, as you sit there reading this, why do you exist? What is the purpose of your life? Do you have one? Should you have one? Is it better to have a purpose or not? When you approach death, will you feel that your life had meaning? If so, why? If not, why not? What defines whether a life was good or not? May seem struck right now, but that moment just before death will come. It is inevitable. If you don't, if you don't ask yourself these questions, how will you face that moment? Okay, there's some things in here that are interesting. Again, talking about, the inevitable deaths, but this time it's more of more questions than answers kind of thing. You don't really have many answers to all of this, and we won't, because we don't know. That's just how it is. Yep. Whoop, I don't want to do that. So, what many left? I think there are 2 left. So we're soon done. Wait, wait, did we do number 6? I thought we just did number 5. Am I crazy? This is not the same one, is it? And no, it isn't. Okay. Osiris 11. So we skipped some apparently. But why, the dying man said, do the gods put all these challenges before us? Why the walls of iron and the gates of light? Why the abominable demons guarding the path? Why must our heart be judged to be the light as the feather of mud? Why is the road to Arrow so difficult? The scribe considered these words. Some say that once the paths to Arrow were open, but too many sinners came, and the gods made the paths perilous to keep sin at bay. Others say that being mortals, we cannot be worthy of Arrow unless we walk the path of Osiris and so become Osiris ourselves. But I believe that Arrow could never be reached elsewise. For like the mountain path must be steep, the path to Arrow must be fought with peril. As steepness and mountain are one, so are peril and paradise. They are inexchangeable. They created each other. 1. There is an interesting parallel to this phrase in the penitential Psalms something. Here the scribe appears to be speaking of Osiris, meaning the soul of the deceased, not the god himself. And that's just gibberish. Well, that happened. We progress web 16.eml from our Calvin to EN mailing list. Subject, reply, progress, report 16. Oh, this is extremely worrying. If the link doesn't work, the whole project will lead to nothing. The hardware team must recheck everything ASAP. Guys, stop panicking. Look at your code again. In fact, look at line number 217 in data science for C. What are those 2 symbols just before the code? That's right, the code that actually initiates the transfer wasn't even running. I'm guessing you were testing something yesterday and forgot to decommentify it. The hardware isn't broken, your brains are. Love or well, I know a little bit about that. I have done a tiny amount of programming, and those things you gotta remember to remove them sometimes, because if you don't, it's gonna be a whole thing looking over all of your code until you figure out what the hell is going on. Choice of life, that text. I don't know much about coding, but I do know that you really gotta be careful you don't accidentally do something like that and forget about it. It's a whole thing. Anyway, the whole assembly stood a while silent and collected. Let us return, said Rasselas, from the scene of mortality. How gloomy would would be these mansions of the dead? To him who did not know that he should never die, that what now acts shall continue its agency, and what now thinks shall think on forever. Archive something Johnson Samuel error 556. Homage to you, Osiris, Lord of Eternity, King of the Gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, and being of hidden form in the temples, whose car is holy. Oh, excuse me. All gods praise you, for you are the blank. Those that lie here stretched before us, the wise and the powerful of ancient times, want us to remember the shortness of our present state. They were perhaps snatched away while they were busy, like us, in the choice of life. A bunch of stuff I don't really understand. Once more, about 51 minutes. Well, at least it isn't longer than the first video, it seems, because I wasn't expecting the video to be over an hour, and this time I didn't. Like last time I had done some of it before. This time I didn't, as much at least. So yeah. And also we seem to be done with the survey questions right now, so that also does that you know took up a lot of time. Anyway, Tadlock something numbers, can't be bothered to say them. Lana 123. So I think, what's the point, right? Oh mom. Yeah, I keep thinking about my aunt. Have I told you about her? I don't think so. She's super rich. Like, she drives around in a ridiculously expensive sports car, and she goes on vacations to the Bahamas. And she has a huge house that feels more like some sort of corporate HQ than a home. She worked really hard to get all of that, but she also screwed over a lot of people, including her own family. I used to be quite angry at her for what she did to my parents, and now I think, what did she get out of it? She and her husband are always fighting. Their son became so obsessed with money that he ruined his own family. I mean, yeah, they have everything that I always dreamed about, but they can't enjoy any of it. My grandfather was like that. And now at the end, what does any of it mean? If you have all the money in the world, but you die alone and not loved, what did you accomplish? I don't get it. I just don't. Ha. Yeah, that's another interesting question. I mean, it depends on the person. I feel if you think you get something out of it, who's to say how you lived? Because it can be sad to other people, but you know, if you are at least somewhat happy at the end of your life, if you feel like you accomplished at least something, who's to say if you didn't waste your life? It's a difficult question, and a lot of these questions don't have answers. I think that's the whole point, because these are big questions I can't even begin to even come close to answering. I'm not a philosophy expert in any way. I don't have great arguments. I'm just saying what comes to my mind right now, and you know, it's a complex question and complex world we live in, and people are just different, each and every one, and that makes a question different to each person, even if it's the exact same question. So yeah, that's what makes the surveys interesting to me in this game too. Like, I would probably answer different than many people do. I probably have. You're probably wondering why I answered some of them. Sometimes I don't really know. Sometimes I just think that's interesting. Sometimes it's my opinion. Sometimes I just want to see what happens if I just lie or just say something ridiculous to see what the game will tell me. I mean, this is how I want to play. I can't just lie and just choose whatever seems like the thing people would choose. That's not how I want to do it. Isn't how I have done it. So yeah, now you know that. And yeah, that was interesting. That sometimes these are good, but most of them I don't really get. Anyway, let's do this one. Hi folks, I'm sorry to say that a few hours ago I experienced my first symptom. I'm going to work until the end of the week to make sure EL is in perfect condition. But after that I'll be going back home. I will remain reachable via email and phone for as long as possible, but I am confident Satoko? Satoko? I don't know. Can deal with anything that comes up. If you want to do me a huge favor, spam me the drama tomorrow, okay? I love you all, but I don't have the strength for sad smiles and hugs. The best remedy for sorrow is to get the job done. And now for something completely different. Cheers, Rob. Lingus Heads Dead Paris Kids. Oh my god. I was wondering if that was actually a reference to Monty Python when he said that, but it completely is. Yeah. That's great. Good references today. Firefly, Monty Python. Good stuff. Okay. Osiris 21. Okay. So hearing the call of the morning birds as the greeted the dawn describes book. At the end of your journey, when every trial has been completed, when all the gates have opened before you and your soul has been weighed in the Tower of Anubis, your car and your bar shall be reunited, and thus you shall become an ark, and awaken in the eternal wheat fields of Osiris. And there in holy hour you shall begin your new life amongst the gods and other blessed spirits. And who will I be, dying man ask? You shall be the memory of all that was, a knowledge of the journey and the shape of the days to come. Thus ends the tale of the dying man and the scribe, praised by Osiris and foremost of the Westerners, the King of eternity, the Lord of everlastingness, whose car is holy. So, yeah, it sounds like the whole Osiris thing is definitely in direct correlation with the tower, and what I assume is the whole idea of the game, that I'm a person who died, or at least was very close to dying. I was put in a robot suit, and this is my trial to, I guess, accomplish, prove that I'm worthy of getting to the afterlife. Something I don't know. It's a bit weird. I will say, not entirely sure if that's a good interpretation of what's going on or not. It kind of sounds like that. Some of it may be right. Maybe I'm completely wrong in every regard in regards to that. But yeah. So I believe that's it. I got a little bit turned around there before, but I think I actually did all of them. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I accidentally skipped one. That was about an hour, almost to the exact point. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I missed. Well, we can check this, I guess. Be free extra. Oh right. Oh yeah. I remember that one of the levels had a terminal in the wild. Guess that was Be Free. Well, shoot. I guess I should go do that. But I feel like that it wasn't that one. I feel like it was the later one, but I don't know. Like, okay. Yeah. Huh. I guess I'll just go to that one. And if I accidentally missed one in one of the other ones that I didn't go to, like, I don't know. But this one seems to have one according to it. So let's go find it. Right? It's at B3. Yeah. So let's go find that. Where is it? Where could you be? But yeah, I don't believe this was the one that I saw one in before. I kind of want to explore the other worlds, other levels now, just to see if I can find that terminal. But I don't know where it is in this one, that's for sure. Is it in one of the levels? Like, I don't believe there was any terminals in levels before. I don't really know. But I don't see any terminals around anyway. Oh wait, there you are. Did we not go here and I did something and then I didn't? Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I remember that we went here and we got a survey, didn't we? Then I went out of it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, body and solar text. But it is commonly supposed that the Egyptians believed in the soul to live as long as the body continued undissolved and therefore tried this method of eluding death. Could the wise Egyptians said Nakaya think so closely of the soul? If the soul could once survive its separation, what could it afterwards receive or suffer from the body? The Egyptians would doubtless think erroneously, said the astronomer, but in the darkness of heathenism and the first dawn philosophy, the nature of the soul is still disputed amidst all our opportunities of clever knowledge. Some yet say that it may be material, who nevertheless believe it to be immortal. Somewhat of email. Sunway Yang to Arkady Chernasky. Subject names. Names are a funny thing. I remember how much we struggled to come up with a name for our project. All serious scientists name the projects by just translating them to Greek or Latin, right? Corpus made me think of some horrible disease, so we used the Greek word instead, soma. Quite appropriate. But then, since we needed corporate funding, we had to come up with a backronym. Okay. Corporations love backronyms, you know. Backronym? What is that? Is that like an acronym but weird? I don't know what you mean. Deviant sent us a list of buzzword-heavy suggestions to help us get started. Stuff like self-sufficient, offer statistic, modular android, sustainable, observant, mechanized anthropoid. Oh my god, I can't even begin to pronounce that. Omni-adaptable mobile anthropomaton. Jesus Christ, this is After a while, we got so frustrated that we started getting silly. Saber-toothed, all-excited murder android. Sentient, orthopedic monkey automaton. I'm not gonna read all of them. You can read them if you want, but that's yeah. In the end, we all ended up hating the name so much just because we had so many fights about it with the sponsors. So when Alexandra told that story about the Talos principle caught on. I don't know whether it really fits, but I kind of like it. So, the Talos principle is a thing that exists. I don't really know what it is, but I did hear it before somewhere. I don't really want to look into what it really is because spoilers, maybe, possibly. And possibly the game would tell us at one point. But I assume it has something to do with the theme overall in general. I don't believe this was the one that had the other terminal either. Apparently you only get them if you actually click them, because I'm fairly certain there was another one somewhere. Which probably means I missed one in World 1 too, that isn't in my list here. But, well, that's too bad. I missed one, and I may have missed one. Maybe when I get back and get the stars, if I still intend to do that, still not sure. We'll see at the end of the game if that's something I want to do. Anyway, if I do that, I guess I'll check the terminals that I missed in case I missed any. But yeah, that's not something I'm too focused on. But I'm fairly certain I missed one here, and I'm too curious to not do it now. Maybe this one? I feel like it could be this one because it's more open. I believe it was like out in a field somewhere or something. Oh wait, was it something in the middle maybe? Could be. I feel like there was something around. Maybe not. Maybe it was not this one after all, because it was like one of the last ones, because I remember it pretty vividly. Like, not that, you know, it has been that long. I'm just pretty forgetful sometimes, you know. Oh, well, there's one here. I don't know if this was the one, but well, regardless, I found one. Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, Hippocratic copper stuck text on the sacred disease. Something. Man ought to know that from nothing else but the brain comes joy, delights, laughter, and sports, and sauce and grease, and despondency and lamentations. Not lamentations. That's not the same thing. And by this, in an internal, special manner, we acquire wisdom and knowledge, and see and hear and know what the foul and what the fair, and what the bad and what the good, what are sweet and what are savory. Some we discriminate by habit, and some we perceive by their utility. By this we distinguish objects and relish and de-relish. Oh my god. This is a lot. According to the seasons, and the same things do not always please us. And by the same organ we become mad and delirious and fierce and terrors as sailors, some by night and some by day, and dreams and untimely wanderings and cares that are not suitable, and ignorance of present circumstances, destitute and unskillfulness. My god, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot more text. Oh jeez. Perhaps, well, no. I was thinking I was gonna collect all of these and do them in another separate video, but that's the whole thing, and probably isn't enough anyway. But it does feel tempting, because I have gone on for over an hour now, and I didn't expect that there'd be so many terminals I had to go through now. I still believe there's another one I want to check out, but I wanna be thorough because this is interesting. But this is a lot of text though. Well, let's get started. The human brain is a machine for coming to conclusions. If it cannot come to conclusions, it is rusty. When we hear of a man too clever to believe, we are hearing of something having almost the character of a contradiction in terms. It is like hearing of a nail that was too good to hold down a carpet, or a bolt that was too strong to keep a door shut. Man can hardly be defined after the fashion of Carlyle. Carlyle? As an animal who makes tools. Ants and beavers and many other animals make tools in the sense that they make an apparatus. Man can be defined as an animal that makes dogmas. As he passed doctrine on doctrine and conclusion on conclusion in the formation of some tremendous scheme of philosophy and religion, he is, in the only legitimate sense of which the expression is capable, becoming more and more human. When he drops one doctrine after another in a refined skepticism, when he declines to tie himself to a system, when he says that he has outgrown definitions, when he says that he disbelieves in finality, when in his own imagination he sits as God, holding no form of the creed but contemplating backwards into a vagueness of the vagrant animals and the unconsciousness of the grass. Trees have no dogmas, turtles have singularly broad-minded. Wow, that's quite the thing. Sounds more like the most actual philosophy thesis of the whole thing, like something out of a philosophy book or report or something like that. Anyway, that was definitely again interesting. Buzzing brain.txt. Bunch of stuff. The human brain is a product of the development of matter, and at the same time is an instrument for the cognition of this matter. Gradually, it adjusts itself to expansion, tries to overcome its limitations, creates ever new scientific methods. Where am I? It imagines ever more complex and exact instruments, checks its work again and yet again, step by step, penetrates into previously unknown depths, changes our conception of matter without, though, ever breaking away from this basis of all that exists. Hey, neuroscience text. Physiological history. Volunteers suffered a blood clot during infancy, which resulted in a left hemisphere stroke. Expected result in normal adults, the left hemisphere is used for language and other cognitive functions. Extensive damage to this part of the brain usually results in severe cognitive deficiencies. Observed result. Volunteer is now 17 years old and displays only very subtle cognitive deficiency. MRIs indicate little to no activity in the left hemisphere, suggesting its usual functions have been taken on by neuron sets in the right. Volunteer's age at the time of the stroke may have helped the brain to adapt. That sounds like it would be possible. I've heard about something similar like that before. Though it could be completely bogus. What do I know? I'm not as scientist or medical profession. You know what I mean. I don't do science good. I don't know. I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. I don't know anything about all this stuff. But it does sound like it could possibly be possible. Hence the name Possible. I've been here for too long, haven't I? So, is there anything in this one? Well, this is pretty limited, so unless it's in the levels, which I still don't believe it would be. I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think it's this one. I very much doubt that. But I do believe it's in one of them. That it was not that one I found before, but it was somewhere in one of these. So let's see if we can find that. These levels. I don't have much of a direction anyway. Man, I've been here for a while. Oh, is it this one? Wait, didn't we do this one? Wasn't this the one we just did? Oh, am I crazy? Did I go into this one? No, this wasn't the one. No. I don't know. It definitely isn't this one. Okay, it's this one, I guess. This isn't what I remember seeing before, but maybe I missed something somewhere else. I don't know. But this is all I can find right now, and if there are more, well, I guess I won't get them. Second thesis of text. In man, as the only rational creature on Earth, those natural predispositions which are intended for the use of his reason should be completely developed only in the species, not in the individual. Reason in a creature is a faculty for expanding the rules and purposes of the use of its powers far beyond natural instinct, and knows no limits in its design, yet it does not act according to instinct, but requires trials, practice, and instruction in order to progress from one degree of insight to the next. Therefore, each human would have to live excessively long in order to learn how he could make full use of his natural capacities, not capabilities. I don't know why I read it like that. Or if the nature had given him only a short term of life, as she indeed has, so she would require a perhaps unpredictable series of generations, each passing its enlightenment to the next, to finally develop her seeds in our species to the degree that she considers appropriate. That point in time must be, at least as an idea, the goal of man's efforts, for otherwise his natural capacities would have to be regarded as largely meaningless. Kant Emmanuel. Okay. That's a lot of text, man. I'm just getting a bit tired now of all this reading, but that will happen when you go for an hour doing only that. But I think it's for the better. Splitting the videos up the way I did in the start really wasn't ideal, I feel. I only managed to do one post. There was a lot of reading, you know. Well, anyway, Johnson Samuel, what she said makes a difference between man and all the rest of the animal creation. Every beast that strays beside me has the same couple necessities with him. Myself, he's hungry and crops the grass. He's thirsty and drinks the stream. His thirst and hunger are appeased. He is satisfied and sleeps. He rises again and is hungry. He is fed and is at rest. I am hungry and thirsty like him, but when thirst and hunger cease, I am not at rest. Segment 4. Then, raising his eyes to the mountain, this, said he, is the fatal obstacle that hinders at once the enjoyment and pleasure of the exercise of virtue. How long is it that my hopes and wishes have flown beyond this boundary of my life, which yet I never have attempted to surmount? Robert's a text. There once was a robot from Spain who went a little insane. It found that its data had never left beta and needed to upgrade its brain. There once was a bot from Japan whose eyes the numbers could scan. It found that the facts required an act and a very serious plan. There once was a brilliant AI whose circuits were built not to fry. It got caught in a loop. It got caught in a loop. It got caught in a loop. Well, that's terrifying. And weird. Let's go back to start here. So, I think this is it. I think we have done everything, and Unless I'm missing something. Apparently, like these time capsules, apparently I'm missing a lot. Unless it just skips somewhere. And I may be missing number 1. That is still something I don't know if I want to get, because, well, it's easier because I don't have to read them. It's, you know, it's voice acted, so that's nice. But finding them is a whole thing, and I don't know. You know, in some ways, I would like to do 100% on this game, but you know, it does require me to, you know, get all the stars, get all the terminals, all that stuff. Anyway, next time we're gonna go to C, and well, we also we can apparently also go up here now if we wanted to, but not right now. I think C is the better place to go. And yeah, we'll go in here next time. Oh wait, did we read this one? Well, let's just check. Oh yeah, Heaven and Hell. Yeah, we saw that. Okay. Yeah. There's also the puzzle that was like back there. Don't know how you do that, but whatever. There's still a few things I'm missing, you know, besides the stars and whatnot that I could do so also, but maybe I'll do an extra bonus video. Maybe I won't. I don't know. To find, you know, what the stuff I'm missing. But yeah, that's the video. I did it all. I managed to get through all the texts. It really does take a little bit out of me, you know. That's why I did a few other videos in between this. But yeah, that's it for now. So next time we will go to this one. See ya.